Hey, what's up guys, I'm from BSC Tech. Today's video is basically a two-part video, and in today's video I will be explaining how you can revive your old working laptops which are sitting around for some time, possibly in your cupboard or in your storage. This particular machine basically is a Dell Inspiron, and it was running Windows XP before I put this back into my storage, and for some time this has been there sitting around just collecting dust. So in today's video, which is basically a two-part video, I will be explaining in the first part how you can install a Windows 10 32 and 64-bit copy on a brand new USB memory stick. And in the second part, we will be going through the steps which you need to do in order to install a fresh copy of Windows 10 on one of these machines. So guys, the requirements are you need an older laptop, which is a working laptop regardless of what brand and what model you have, a minimum of 1 GB of RAM, as well as 500 or 250 or 200 or even 60 GB storage. And also for the USB flash drive, you need a minimum of 8 GB of a USB 2.0. You can use USB 3.0, which is a plus point. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you get all the upcoming notifications directly to your inbox. In order to install a fresh copy of Windows 10 on your USB flash drive, as I mentioned earlier, you need a minimum of 8 GB of built-in storage on a USB flash drive. Then you can open your internet browser and type Windows 10 download, and you can open this link, which is basically an official link of Microsoft website. Once you land on this page, few links available to download, and you have to create a Windows 10 installation file using the Windows 10 media installer. So for that reason, you can click on download now, and once the media creation tool is downloaded, you can click and install, and let system install this, and just wait for the on-screen instructions. As you can see that getting a few things ready, depending on your internet speed, it will take from 5 to 15 minutes. If you have a faster internet, then it will be quicker and much easier for you to install and create your bootable USB flash drive to install Windows. If you have a slower internet connection, obviously that will be taking slightly longer time period. So once we are ready, we'll click on accept, and then another option has appeared on the screen, getting a few things ready. So the creation tool is basically preparing in order to install. So now we are on this page, which says what do you want to do? Upgrade this PC now, create installation media, USB flash drive, DVD or ISO file for another PC. We will go for the second option. Click next. Here we have by default the languages are architecture and editions are set. Here we have 64-bit, Windows 10 and United States. You can pick and choose your country. We have Windows 10, then we have Windows 64, but we will keep both just in case we need these. And then we will click on the next USB flash drive. It needs to be at least 8 GB and ISO file, which you can burn on the DVD later. So we will click on the USB flash drive, click next, and this is basically ESD USB, and this is with no label. So as I mentioned, we had a USB drive with this name. We will start the downloading process and let this finish the process. So we have installed the Windows 10 copy on this USB flash drive, which is a 32 GB Kingston, and we will now plug this with a PC in order to see if we can load the Windows from the boot menu. We might have to change the boot sequence from hard drive to USB flash drive, and we will do that in a second. First of all, we will try to turn it on and press F12 or F2 or F10 in some cases. And once the machine is booted into the BIOS settings, we can always change. So we have to wait and see. F2 to set up, as you can see on the top, F2 to setup, F12 to boot menu. So we will click on F2 to boot, F12 to boot menu, and as you can see that we have two options displayed on screen, guys. Remember, I told you guys to install Windows 64 and 32 bits, so I will go for the lower one because it's an older processor, and we will click on 32 bit and hit enter and wait for the bar to complete loading the files on the system. Depending on the system hardware configuration, it might take between 15 to 30 minutes. Windows boot up screen logo appeared on the screen, and the rest of the process is very straightforward and simple. You can just wait and let it completely load these files, and once the files are loaded, you can go through the rest of the process and install the Windows 10. Here we have a list of countries, guys. You can click on English, and then you can pick and choose from here. It will automatically detect your country, but in case if you face problem, you can always pick and choose your favorite options based on your region. And moving forward, the setup is starting. If you see this message, activate Windows, you can always enter your Windows activation key if you don't have for the time being, and you want to purchase later on from Microsoft website or from online retailers, or you have been given as a gift. You can do that later on and click on I don't have a copy of the Windows. From this drop down menu, you have options to pick and choose whatever you like, from Windows 10 Home up to Windows 10 Pro N. We will go for the simplest one, which is Windows 10 Home. Last update 19th of November 2020, and the architecture is x86. We will click the terms and conditions, and we can click on the next. Upgrade, custom install, advance. From here we can delete all these partitions. The process will start in order to install the Windows setup files. As you can see, copying Windows files. So friends, the files are almost 99% in the installation, and sooner or later it will be installed. The rest of the process is very simple. So once you are on this page, guys, remember, when the computer asks you to restart, all you have to do is to remove your USB, so the system does not boot into the boot sequence again, which means that if you remove the USB from the USB port, the system will not detect a bootable flash drive which has a sequence set to boot from the USB. So guys, we are finally on the main setup page. It will take us through these basic steps in order to complete the initial setup guide. It has taken some time, obviously, for several reasons. The first one is basically it's an older machine which is running on a dual core processor. The second one is the amount of RAM which is installed on this machine is just around 1 GB. The third thing is the machine is running on the AC adapter. It's not running on the battery, which we will order later on from eBay or Amazon. So once you are on this part of the page which says let's add your account, this is a bit of a problem. If your Wi-Fi is connected, there is no other way but to add your email, phone, or a Skype number which is registered with Microsoft, and only then you will be able to click next. As you can see that the error is coming on screen. Enter a valid email, phone number, or Skype name, and if you click on the back button and you go on this page, which is just a moment processing, then you will land on the same page again. This is very annoying, guys. We have a solution for this. In order to bypass this page with a local account or local user account, you have to disable your Wi-Fi. As you can see on my screen, I am going to disconnect the Wi-Fi by these two function combination. You can switch off your Wi-Fi. You can basically disconnect from your Wi-Fi by going back onto the Wi-Fi connection page, or you can do it from here. As you can see that the Wi-Fi sign is off, and as you can see we have clicked it on and this is turned on green. We will basically disconnect the Wi-Fi, and then I will show you that you can easily bypass this segment. Once the Wi-Fi is disconnected, you can click on the back, and once you hit back button, you can come back here and try again and put a name here, for example user, and then click on the next button. Password you can set 123, which you can change, 12345, which you can change later on in the settings page. Security questions, it does not matter what you choose. Name of the city, I will type city. Third security question, nickname, I will put name, and then we will click next in order to complete this process. Very simple and straightforward, guys. So friends, finally the machine is ready and Windows 10 is installed. The first thing we need to check is if we are missing any drivers. Since you are aware that Windows 10 comes with all the drivers pre-installed on board, you don't have to download third-party drivers, for example display or audio or Ethernet or internet drivers. They are all pre-installed, but in case if you miss something on the device manager page, you can check and you can download them from the manufacturer's website. A super easy guide on that as well. As you can see, we are missing a base system driver. We will open a page and see how it goes. Hopefully it should load. If you have at least 2 GB of RAM, the machine should work absolutely fine. With 1 GB of RAM, I would say you might face some sort of lags when opening and closing pages. Obviously, no question on games, you can't play them on an older machine like this. Web browsing should absolutely be fine on this machine. So that was it for today's video, guys. I hope this video has helped you out in different ways. If you have any feedback or comments, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. If you find difficulties installing Windows 10, if you find any kind of error, you can always ask us in the comment section below. And take good care of yourself, stay at home, and keep watching my videos. Bye bye.